So we're going to work on the cosine law today, and we have two jokes of the day. So let's take a look at the first one. Why is the obtuse triangle always upset? Well, because it is never right. It's never right. Okay, let's look at this one here. Here's the teacher explaining an equilateral triangle. Then she's got an isosceles triangle, and finally she's got a scalene. Well, here's our little friend putting his hand up. Oh, you forgot to put the Bermuda Triangle up. Cosine law. So there's two parts of the cosine law. So it looks like this. C squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. If you were to cover this up, look, it's Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. And here we're just subtracting off the other material. So if it was a right angle triangle, it would be c squared equals a squared plus b squared. But since we're going to do this for all triangles, it's not just the Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem only works for right angles. This works for all types of triangles. So if you draw your triangle, it's important. This C is across from this C. Well, the little c is the length. A and B are lengths as well. Doesn't matter if you put B here and A there, if you switch it. But C is across from the angle. That's the important part. The C is across from the angle. And this cosine law does work for all the triangles. So let's do the first one. So first thing I do is write the formula. So I go c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of c. Then I go in my triangle. Oh, what's the c? 52 degrees. X is the c, 52. So in the c I put x squared. Okay, and then it equals, well, a squared doesn't matter. This could be a, and this could be b. But it doesn't matter. You can switch them around. You put 6.2 squared plus 4.6 squared. I'm going to squeeze it in here. Minus 2 times 6.2 times 4.6 times cosine of 52. Now, I love this because I can use my really good calculator, and you can use the other one too. But if I use this really good calculator here, watch, I can just put it right in here. 6.2 squared. Whoops, let's do that again. 6.2 squared plus 4.6 squared plus minus 2 bracket 6.2, close the bracket, open the bracket, 4.6, close the bracket, cosine 52, and I'll just close that bracket, and I'll hit equals. Wow, right away I get my answer, 24.4, let's see what that was, 24.483. Okay, now it's x squared equals that. To find x, I just have to square root it. So I have to square root 24.483, and I get x equaling, so let's go to the calculator here. So I'll square root that. So we'll square root key there. Here it is, square root of 24.483. 4.95 or 4.9. We'll go 4.9 cms. Now, if you have the other calculator, you can fast forward to the next one if you're fine with this. But if you were to have the other calculator, let's take a look how I can put it in to this calculator. So let's try this. 6.2 squared plus 4.6 squared minus 2 times 6.2 times 4.6 times, now you have to go 52 cos. So you got to do it differently, and then you hit equals. Look, you still get 24.483. Still get that answer, not bad. And then you square root it. So with this calculator here, let's find that square root. This is a difficult one. I don't see the square root symbol. Well, I'm pretty good at math, so what I can do, how about if I hit second? Ah, there, second that. Square root, it's to the power of 2 here. Oh, it does it right away, 4.94, and there's your answer, 4.9. So it did the square root of the last answer. Okay, so I also, if you can't read my writing, so if you want, you can always pause the video. I've got it all written out here. I don't know why I put the boxes, but I do have it written out here nicely. I'll remove all the boxes here. So you could pause the video and watch it. See, it's 4.9. Okay, question 2. And I don't need this screen here. Same idea. C is across. As soon as you know they're across from each other, so you can go C squared equals, you know what, I'm going to write it underneath. C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AC cosine of C. 2AB cosine of C. I have it memorized, but you can just copy it out. C is across, so you got x squared. It doesn't matter. You can put 5 first, 5 squared plus 5.7 squared, or the other way around. So I decided to make this one A and that one B, but you can reverse it. Minus 2 times 5 times 5.7, whoops, not 5.5, but 5.7. Okay, 5.7 cosine of 78. Go to our calculator. X squared equals. So let's go to the calculator. I'll do it in both calculators really fast this time. Make sure I got the right answer. So 5, I'm going to turn this one on. 5 squared plus 5.7 squared. Put the point in there. Minus 2 times 5 times 5.7 times cosine of 78. Now instead of those times, I'm sure you can use brackets and hit equals 45.639. 45.639. Just to double check it, I'll do it on the other calculator. So on this calculator here, I'd go 5 squared plus 5.7 squared minus 2 times 5 times 5.7 times 78, and over here cos equals, don't forget the equals, 45.639, 45.639. So I did it correctly, and then we square root it. So if you don't know, you put the square root symbol, 55.639. I probably missed the symbol on the last one. So the opposite square root. And one last thing, we go x equaling. So if we go square root, we'll use this calculator. Second square root, 45.639. 6.7, 6.8. 6.8 rounded, 6.8 units, cm, centimeters. Now, if you couldn't read my writing, I do have this one typed out, and I get the same answer, 6.8. You can pause it, and you can copy this out if you can't read my writing there, and you square root it. The next question. 2 cars leave a store and travel on straight roads that diverge at 41 degrees. One driver travels 42 kilometers and the other travels 48 kilometers. How far apart would they be? So when that means diverge, so I'll draw a little picture here. Okay, so one driver goes 48, the other goes 42. You can draw it like this, or sometimes some people, doesn't matter how you draw it, you draw it like this. So diverge means apart. So this here is 41 degrees, and they're that far apart. We don't know what it is, x. We can put 42 kilometers here and 48. As long as you understand that these two, this is your little c, and that's your capital C. And I guess that could be A and B. As long as you understand the across from the angle is the little c. So let's do the same question. We'll go c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of c. So here's c squared, so it's x squared equals 42 squared plus 48 squared minus 2 times 42 times 48 cosine of 41. We'll go to our calculator, quickly do it on this calculator here, and I'm only going to do it on the 1 this time, so 42 squared plus 48 squared minus 2 times 42 times 48 times cosine of 41. Enter 1025.01. 1025.01, and then we square root this. So we take the square root of that. So square root of 1025.01. X equals, so square root it. We'll go to our calculator. And we go square root of 0.25. We'll put the 2 here. Decimal 0.1. Close the bracket, and we get 32. 32.0, so 32 kilometers. You put a therefore statement. Therefore, they are 32 kilometers apart. They are 32 kilometers apart. Extend the page. Therefore, they are 32 kilometers apart. I do have this one typed. So if anyone wants to, I got the same answer, 32 kilometers apart. If you can't read my writing, you just pause the video. You can see the nice typed version if you couldn't read my writing.